Hello, guys. Welcome to the podcast. Um, I'm here with a good friend of mine, and we're gonna talk about some stuff. So, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing fine. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So, let's begin with the first question. Yeah,
Yes.
are men loyal?
Oof. That's a simple but difficult question.
Yeah,
Um, in nature,
yeah. In
I would say
general,
no.
don't talk for like in general.
I think men can be loyal, but like in general, I would say no.
Okay.
I would say no.
But what is like loyal? Because they're just like I think you mean loyal in just having one partner, right? But you have guys they have one partner, but they switch with partners, but they're still loyal to the person. You get me?
Well, there are like a lot of perceptions of loyal.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
like for some people, loyal is like staying with another partner. It's like they don't see it like oh, he's cheating or she's cheating, but he's still like staying with his partner and therefore he's loyal. But other people see it as like if he's like talking or going in bed with a stranger or like another person, that's considered cheating. I think the majority would consider the second like part that I was mentioning cheating.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um, interesting because this is an interesting question, right? Because okay, there's a lot of men who say that if they are married, they're like committed to the relationship, and you have a lot
Yeah.
of men who are having a relationship with their partner, and they are like switching from partners, but they just love their partner. But
I get it. I get it. Yes.
the yeah, so what do you consider more cheating? Having a relationship or marriage? When you cheat in a
Hmm.
relationship or marriage, what do you find more heavier?
What do I consider more cheating? That's a really good one, I would say. That's a really good one. Like, like if you're talking about being immoral,
Hmm.
I think that I think that cheating beforehand, like if you're in a relationship, like warns the partner that what he's all about, if you get what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Like if let's say if a partner, like if a man is cheating in a relation and he does it like quite few times, I would say, and the woman, like the partner that he's having a relation with,
Hmm.
uh, like it would be pretty obvious that he's like not committed to her.
Hmm.
Does he know about it? That's the question. Because if she knows about it, and then he's going to marry that person, she's like making an conscious decision,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that the man is like can
Hmm.
quite can cheat quite from time to time, if you understand what I'm saying. Like it's not like 100%, even if a man is cheating and he's like claiming um, to never do it again,
Hmm.
it's still a red flag, if you understand what I'm saying. Like maybe it's okay if you do it one, maybe twice, I don't know. Even that is questionable. But if a man is doing that like in a continuous basis, then I would say like the woman should expect what is going on. Like don't be surprised if your partner is cheating even after marriage.
Yeah,
If you understand what I'm saying.
exactly. But what if she never knows about it?
what if she never knows about it?
Exactly. So the guy. Okay, we have two relationships. Okay, there's a guy with
Mm.
a partner with a girlfriend, and
Yeah,
he had a relationship with her for maybe 3 years. Yeah,
yeah,
but he never committed to her. He just said, "Yeah, we're gonna have a relationship for 3 years." Relationship is a big definition for everyone, right? Everybody defines
mm,
their own relationship. So this guy said, "We have a relationship with a girl," and then after 3 years, he asked her to marriage. But the guy has already cheated with three other women. Okay, in
yeah,
bed, in bed, and then on the marriage, he decides to stay committed and loyal to her and never cheat on her again. And then you have
yeah,
an other marriage, yeah, other
yeah,
relationship. The guy never cheated on her, never. In the relationship, also 3 years, the same years of relationship with a partner, and then after marriage, he cheated 2 times, but they have kids and they are happily married. But he cheated 2 times, not in the beginning, but after marriage. Which one is worse?
I think what's worse is dependent on the what they like the acceptance of each other. Like if the woman is like okay with it that his partner is cheating, then it doesn't weigh. I would say.
Exactly.
Like if she finds peace that the man is cheating, but she remains with that woman, I would say like that's morally okay. I would say because she's accepting it.
Mm.
Like she's not seeing anything wrong with it.
Mm.
But imagine like if a woman is not okay of a man cheating on her regardless
Yeah.
of the situation. Uh I think like it's fair for her to know what the relation is all about. Like it's fair for her to kind of know what is going on.
Mm.
You say that is my point of view. But yeah, if the man has done it like one time and he regretted it and commits to himself like he's never gonna
And
do
do it
it again,
again. Exactly.
I think it might be a good idea to keep it for himself because if a man tells that to a woman, the woman might see a lot of dangers in his situation.
And that's the
In
thing. That's the thing. You know what? Well, you know what's the problem with women? They want the truth, but they cannot handle the truth. And you know what's the
exactly.
problem with men? They can tell the truth, but they won't
Yeah.
tell the truth. So you
Exactly.
and that's a cycle that needs to break actually, because women are fantasizing a man that he will never be that he now well that he's always like they are fantasizing that the man is just a robot and will stay loyal to the woman forever. But in nature, men are just different. Men need to be disciplined and take a lot of work to be loyal to the partner, because there's a decision
Yeah.
what you've made.
Yeah.
But a
Like,
decision
yeah.
is it's emotional behavior, because you can be tempted all times when you're 40 years old, 30 years old, right?
Yeah.
So if do you think that's for a man different than a woman? Do you think if the genders were different, if I say ask you the same question, if a woman cheated, if the genders was opposite, if it was turned around, what would you do?
Uh, to be honest, like in a biology standpoint, I think that men are more prone to cheat
Yeah.
than women. I
Yeah.
think that's a fact.
Yeah.
Like we have like cheat in us that needs to like go out, and
Exactly.
with women, their process is much more complicated than we do. We can just start right away,
Yeah.
get it all done in a few minutes, But with women, it takes time, You gotta kiss, you
Yeah.
gotta foreplay, you gotta, hug a little bit. at least to get them excited, enough to get them excited. You know,
Yeah.
not all women like that, but the majority, I would say. Um, but if the roles were different,
Yeah.
that's a good one. Uh, yeah, but I think if the roles were different, then a woman wouldn't like. I don't think they have the desire like men do. So I don't think that would be possible.
Mm-hmm.
If
Makes
you understand
sense.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. But like if they do it like on a normal basis, yeah. I
That
don't know.
that sounds weird, right? That you know
Yeah.
that's what I thought about. Like okay, with the guys, you're with friends. You're sitting in the car. You're with two friends of yours. You're sitting in the car. You see
Yeah.
two hot
Yeah.
girls passing by, and the one of your
Yeah.
friends said, "Oh, look at that body, or look at those faces. Look at those
Mm.
incredible cheeks over there," and your friends are all laughing. You are all complicated, yeah, you're complimenting each other, having fun. And you need to imagine if girls did that. They're sitting in the car and say, "Oh, look at to." If it was totally opposite, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense.
It's
Exactly. It
it
doesn't make
if the
sense.
woman would do the same as what the guys are doing, it doesn't make any sense.
No, exactly. It doesn't make any sense.
It's like
Yeah.
it's a moral that I'm not saying that's a good thing, but it's in general most guys do things like that.
No. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But like I was saying, like it's also a biology.
Yeah.
Like a woman can carry only one child. As a
Mm.
man, he can have multiple childs.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about uh, as right now, like it's okay to do it right now, but I think like back in the days,
Yeah.
it would be like possible to have like multiple partners.
Exactly.
As for a man to have multiple, children, but a woman can like only have one children in their stomach. As for a man, like I said, it's they can make as many as they want.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think biology plays a big factor because if it wasn't for that, I think women would pretty much cheat as much, if not more than men do. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
like, yeah,
so do you think that do you think that a man can handle multiple women in a relationship? Do you think that a
if a
man
man
is
can,
yeah, is a man capable to have multiple wives? Biologically, you're saying that that's possible because he wants to produce his seeds. But do you think for yourself, like a moral thing, that you need to imagine a world that we are living right now that every man has at least two women? Do you think that's sustainable? Do you think that that's realistic?
I don't think that every woman would accept that. But your question is like, can a man handle that?
Yes.
If something becomes the norm, then I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, to be honest, like I can imagine some men like uh, they can handle that, but the point is like I've seen some men like they cannot even handle one relation.
No.
So let alone two women, and
Yeah.
they com- they complain about like women are always like complaining about everything and they're making my head,
Yeah.
explode. But two women's like that's too much of a good thing, I think.
Yeah.
At
Well,
least
what if
even
you're like a
women.
top G? What Andrew Tate is? What if you're like this one, like really masculine man? What if you're really strong enough to face those
You
headaches?
know, Well, to be honest, like it's possible, but what kind of relation do you two have? Like
Yeah.
that sounds like the man has like a dominating personality where he gets to decide everything and so on. As for the woman doesn't have like much to say because the man becomes like the dictator of
Mm.
the relation instead of the man because
Dominance.
there's gonna be a lot of argument. Yeah, because the favor goes to him. He got the women's. The two women's.
Okay, but do you think that that's important? Do you think that dominance is really important in a relationship? To be dominant? Because
No,
that's not a bad
no.
thing, right?
It depends. No, it depends on the type of girl. It really depends on the type of girl. But in general, I've seen like uh, men who are really dominant with women in a relation, and it didn't end so well.
Mm.
Like they have a lot of fights. And, in long term, I wouldn't say so. Like in long term, it's really blue pill to be honest. Like if you're long in a relation, you should be like kind to each other, believe it or not. And
Mm.
there can be a little bit of fights here and there. That's all part of the relation. That's all part of the experience. It's
Mm.
natural. We do that with our own family. Um, but yeah, I think that dominance is like depending on the girl. Like some girls really like dominance, to be being told what to do and so on. But I don't know. It really depends on the girl. In my view of point. What
Exactly.
do you think about it?
Yeah, I think that goes for the girls. Every girl is different. Every woman is different. Their personality is different. And if a girl is really feminine, I think that if you have a really masculine guy with a lot of dominance, they will be
Yeah,
hurt. They will not able to take it. But I think there's a lot of women who also need to be put on their place because of they need a dominant man. They cannot be with um, a soft man, and there's nothing wrong to having a soft man, but
yeah,
those women don't want a soft man. So I think that's
yeah,
like really there's a lot of women who prefer. I think that most general woman wants a more dominant man, and not in a bad way, like being aggressive or really angry, but like
yeah.
more like a really confident guy who's really has a strong opinion, a strong mindset, a strong attitude towards the world in general, not only to the woman, but like to the world. And yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
yeah. Well, like I kind of agree, but like in general, one thing I definitely agree on is in general, women like men who are dominating in bed.
Yeah,
But outside of bed, they can like have an equal relationship. I would say, but the thing is, they are not looking per se for a like dominant alpha like Chad, who's like have everything for say. And I'm more inclined to thinking that they are looking for someone who's like uh has a personality
yeah,
and
character.
doesn't obey everything. Yeah, just have a character, just being himself. Not being a pussy and doing everything that the woman is telling him to do, unless the woman's, of course, dominating. And
Yeah.
yeah, guy is a little bit submissive. If
Can you imagine that
I
you
would,
come to your friend's house and then the woman is there and he tells him to cook and do everything in the house for him, for her.
well, I think there are like uh, couples like that, but I never seen one. But
Yeah,
there most likely is. Yeah.
yeah. What would you rather have? A woman that cook for you when you come home when you had a hard work, or you have to do the food yourself and you have to cook for your woman as well?
Well, to be completely honest with you, this might seem controversial. this might seem controversial and dumb, but I would rather cook for myself. And why do you think that?
You want the-
I'm gonna explain to you. I'm gonna explain to you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I'm not dependent on the woman.
Okay.
So, so if I come home
Yeah.
and my woman is not making food, didn't make anything at home, I'm not gonna cry to her and say, "Where's my food?" I'm gonna I'm gonna make a statement like, "Okay, you don't have to make food. It's all right. I'm gonna make it myself, but I
Just for
don't need to
just,
make. You don't need to make me food. Like
nah.
I can handle myself. I can take care
Yeah.
of myself. I
Okay.
don't need you."
So
That's a statement.
if you're gonna cook the food, is it just for yourself or you gonna cook a bit for her as well now?
So that's a complicated one. Yeah, that's a complicated one.
Because yeah, you're making statement, right? You're making statement that
Yeah,
you can cook. But I,
I, yeah.
yeah,
I think, yeah.
I would like
Go
I
on.
will do the same thing, but I will say this food is mine, because yeah, um, that's an example
Yeah.
that I can cook. That's not the problem. That's not the problem. I can cook. I just know that I had a long work day, and if you were just sitting at home, doing nothing,
No, no,
then
that's something that can be
that
like,
is like, oh yeah, I come from a long. Look, it depends on the situation, right? Because if she works as well,
yeah,
that's the different story. But if you were just sitting at home and doing nothing,
yeah,
and I came home from a long work day, and she didn't make me anything, okay, you know what? You don't make anything. I will cook for myself. That's not the case because I can't cook
yeah,
for myself,
right,
but
right,
I gonna
right,
make only for myself, and you're not gonna have any spoon of it.
right, right. It really depends. Like, yeah, I agree on you. But I think that's not okay. Like, if you're working all day and you're coming home
Mm-hmm.
tired and the woman is doing nothing, okay, like, it's unfair because she could at least make your food. You're bringing like bread to the table and food to the table, and she can't even cook it for you, like money,
Yeah.
wise. But yeah, it's difficult. But if you're cooking for yourself, you're sowing something that you're like dependent on yourself, and she's not dependent on you. Maybe she even needs you more than you need her. But But to be honest, like I think a man should be able to cook, not to cook for yourself every time,
Yeah.
but at least to cook when she won't be able to,
Agree.
because
Agree.
I think too much of a thing is always bad. Like
Yeah.
let's say a man really has a dominating personality towards a woman.
Yeah.
The man is gonna be predictable as fuck. Like everything, you can toy so easily with these emotions. Like you
Exactly.
can make so jealous rapidly. I think someone who's strong just let it go. Like let's say a woman is gonna make a man jealous, for example.
Yeah.
A dominated person would say, "Don't do it. I'm gonna break your neck if you do it. If you're toying with me." But that shows weakness. It shows that the man is incapable of like keeping his emotions to himself.
Yeah.
But if he would like to say like, "Okay, that's fine. You're talking with this dude. I'm leaving out. I'm leaving this door." I think that's strong. I think then you have a strong mentality, because that is the most difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
To
Control.
stand up for your principles, to have pride, and to walk out the door if your woman is doing something bad. And that's what I think. I think that's the art of letting go. Sometimes too much of control, too much of dominating, too much of aggression shows the opposite. It shows weakness. That's what I think. And there needs to be a balance for everything.
Yeah. You can't force a woman. It's like forcing, right? You can't
Yeah.
force a woman to do something. You can't
No,
force,
it hurts.
like people in general. You cannot force a woman or a man to do something. You have a
Yeah.
choice, and you give a choice to the woman or a man to do the choice, and that's really important. Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. It is just immature to have to have control like that. It's
Exactly. Exactly. Like too much of like let's say you have a man that's like accepting everything of a woman.
mm,
In my opinion, that's worse than having a dominating personality, you know?
exactly.
A
Yeah.
dominating personality, like it's easy to manipulate him because he's so like emotionally evolved, but at least he has some dignity in himself,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
At least he has like a point of view and he's willing to change to something that's really terrible, you
Right.
know?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Exactly.
I.
No, that's that. Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's something you know. If I think about it, you know, right? You're saying
Yeah,
about dominance, you know, and you were saying, yeah, you're
mm,
treating the woman like a sort of way, but I'm thinking like it's also about respect. You know, you need
yeah,
to be a respectful man, and okay, being
yeah,
dominant, that's the thing, but like in a respectful way. That's the
yeah,
what most men forget. Being dominant in a respectful way, because you need to be
yeah,
respectful,
yeah,
and that's self control. That's truly self
yeah.
control. Respecting the woman all times, but being dominant in a different way, not treating her bad. That is something.
No, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I think that's really
yeah.
important. Well,
Yeah, I think like you need to play the game so good, like following your instincts and emotions is the worst thing you can do in a relation. I see the relation as like a battlefield of emotions, you know, like a war zone of emotions. The
yeah,
better you have your emotions in check, the better the relation is going.
yeah.
That's how I see it.
Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's how I see it. Because yeah, if
What is your key? What is your key to relationship?
I think you should respect your partner and have principles in yourself, like have standards.
Standards.
Don't lower your standards.
Hmm.
Never do that for a woman. If you have principles, always keep it that way. But don't force her anything.
Okay. Okay. So you're
She needs to accept you,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
She needs to accept your point of view, your standards. If she's not accepting that, she's not the kind of woman you want to be with
Okay. Yeah.
because you two are not
No.
compatible.
No.
You should adapt about few things, but if you hold like high standards for something, then you should keep that way. And don't bitch about it, don't cry about it. You should remain dignified, like having your standards and yeah.